Welcome to my videos, PL-100, Microsoft Power Platform App Maker. Latest exam questions and answers set 5. A company is creating new app for use by technicians. Previous versions of the app do not render properly on tablets and phones. You need to ensure that the new app renders properly on all devices. Which design element should you use? To answer, select the appropriate options in the answer area. Create an app that does not specify a screen size in the design tablet form factor. Lock the screen size for an app that needs to be set to a specific resolution aspect ratio. A company is building a Canvas app. A user needs to understand which data they can make available for the 500 contacts that are present in the contact table. All relevant data must be shown in the app. Single fields must show one record and grids must show multiple records. Only the primary fields for each related table should be shown for a contact. Use the drop-down menus to select the answer choice that answers each question based on the information presented in the graphic. How should you design a screen to display the connection table information for each contact in the contacts table? Use a single field for the contact table and a grid for the connection table. How should you design a screen to display the team table information for each contact in the contact table? Use a grid for the contact table and a single field for the team table. A company is using Power Virtual Agents in Microsoft Teams to expose Microsoft Dataverse data to employees. You create a chatbot that retrieves a list of customers by postal code from a Dataverse table. The chatbot will accept requests from the user and must connect to Dataverse to retrieve the data. You need to connect the chatbot to the Dataverse table. What should you use? A. Table. B. Power Apps. C. Microsoft Teams. D. Power Virtual Agents. E. Power Automate. Correct answer, C. You create a Power Platform solution. Solution data is stored in a variety of documented cloud services. You need to configure the data sources. What should you do? A. Create a data policy template. B. Add metadata to standard entities. C. Create a business process flow. D. Use an existing data connector. Correct answer, B. A company is building several Power Apps app to help with sales operations collaboration. You need to identify the right solution for data storage. Which solution should you use? To answer, select the appropriate options in the answer area. Characteristic limits the number of records that can be added. Solution Microsoft Dataverse for Teams. Characteristic allows for advanced development tasks for apps specific to Microsoft Teams. Solution Microsoft Dataverse. Characteristic has the most granular level of security to account for column level security in Microsoft Teams. Solution Microsoft Dataverse. An insurance broker uses a Microsoft Dataverse environment with custom tables. You create a Power Apps app to manage vehicle insurance policies. The app has a drop-down field that allows users to categorize a policyholder's driving record. This category field is not mandatory. You need to ensure that insurance agents enter the correct categories when creating a new vehicle policy. Which 3 actions should you perform in sequence? To answer, move the appropriate actions from the list of actions to the answer area and arrange them in the correct order. Select and place, in the vehicle policy table, navigate to Business Rules. Add a business rule and enter a meaningful business rule name. Click on the condition card, select the vehicle policy and check for new driver. A company uses Microsoft Teams. A coworker creates a chatbot. The coworker observes unexpected behavior with the chatbot. You need to troubleshoot the chatbot. Which 2 actions should you recommend to the coworker? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. Ask the coworker to assign you to the owner role for the team. B. Select the chatbot and then select the share button. C. Ask the coworker to add you to their team. D. In Advanced Tools, select Monitor. Correct answers, A and D. You are developing an app that warehouse workers will run on their phones to perform inventory counts. You need to design the app. Which type of control should you use? To answer, drag the appropriate control types to the correct requirements. Each control type may be used once, more than once, or not at all. You may need to drag the split bar between panes or scroll to view content. Select and place, capture decimal numbers control type text box. Select multiple products from a list combo box. Set the status of a product radio. You are designing a data model for a new app. The app will be supported by 2 tables. Tably will contain data that is unique to your industry. Tablab will provide access to read-only data from an Azure SQL database. You need to configure the tables. Which table type should you use? To answer, drag the appropriate table types to the correct tables. Each table type may be used once, more than once, or not at all. You may need to drag the split bar between panes or scroll to view content. Select and place, Table A type custom. Table B type virtual. Inspectors for a city building department use a Microsoft Teams channel. Inspectors use SharePoint to view construction bylaws, rules, and regulations. The city clerk emails inspectors links to new bylaw proposals. Inspectors vote on the proposals and provide additional feedback. You need to demonstrate to the city clerk how they can automate the process. Which option should you use? To answer, select the appropriate options in the answer area. Flow element type of flow cloud flow. Flow element trigger type manually Tendura flow. Flow step to replace emailing the links send an email with options. A company creates a model-driven app for use by their marketing team. The app is only accessible to the developer that created the app. You need to ensure that marketing team members can access the app. Which 2 actions should you perform? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. Grant the security roles to the marketing team users. B. Grant the marketing team users the read privilege on the table. C. Add the app to Microsoft Teams and add the users to the team. D. Grant the marketing team read, create, and write privileges for the environment. E. Associate the security roles with the app. Correct answers, A and E. A music school rents out musical instruments to their students. Rental contracts specify that a student must choose an instrument for an entire school term. Students can choose other instruments in future terms. You create the following tables: a custom table for instruments, a custom table for rental contracts. Student data is stored in the contract table. You need to model the instrument rental process for the school staff. How should you model each of the following data elements? To answer, select the appropriate options in the answer area. Data point instrument type model choices. Data point rented instrument model 1-to-many from instrument to contract. Data point student renting the instrument model lookup on the instrument table. You are developing a Canvas app to monitor time. The app includes a text input control name Take1 and a timer control name Tim1. You need to set Tim1 to a default value. What should you do? A. In the onChange property of Take1, set the value of the text property for Take1 to a context variable that stores the duration value. Assign the value of the variable to the onTimerStart property for Tim1. B. Assign the text property of Take1 to the duration property of Tim1. C. Set the text property of Take1 to the current system time. D. Add the clock icon to the app and use the onSelect property to set the duration property for Tim1. Correct answer, B. A company is building a Power Apps app to track key project tasks. Users assign 3 tasks a risk status on a scale of 0 to 100 by using slider input controls named risk status on the app. The highest risks use the risk status value of 100. If the combined value of all the tasks is 150 or above, a header bar on the screen must display the text high risk. You need to configure a solution to change the text on the header bar. How should you configure the app? To answer, select the appropriate options in the answer area. Where should you apply logic to change the text? On each risk status slider input. Which formula should you use? Update if RLSK status 1.value plus RLSK status 2.value plus risk status 3.value equals 150. High risk. You create a Power Platform solution. Solution data is stored in a variety of documented cloud services. You must also be able to connect to one or more industry data sources. You need to configure the data sources. What should you do? A. Create a business process flow. B. Create a data policy template. C. Create a UI flow. D. Use an existing data connector. Correct answer, D. You create an app with multiple screens. Test users report that the size and type of gallery displayed on each screen are different. You must improve the consistency for the app screens. You need to create a reusable gallery that displays information based on the current record. Which 3 actions should you perform in sequence? To answer, move the appropriate actions from the list of actions to the answer area and arrange them in the correct order. Note, more than one order of answer choices is correct. You will receive credit for any of the correct orders you select. Select and place correct answers, create a component. Add an input property. Add a gallery control. You use a Microsoft SharePoint list to record information about customers. You must perform a series of actions only when a new item is added to a SharePoint list. You need to configure a Power Automate flow. Which trigger should you use? A. When an item is created. B. When an item is created or modified. C. When a file is created, properties only. D. For a selected item. Correct answer, A. A company has a common data service custom entity that stores customer account data. You need to create a relationship between the custom entity and the account entity. Which 2 tools can you use? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. Power Platform Admin Center. B. Power Apps Solution Explorer. C. Power Apps Maker Portal. D. SQL Server Management Studio. E. Visual Studio Code. Correct answer, B and C. You create a Canvas app for technicians at a computer store. You assign technicians cases to work on. The technicians update cases at the end of customer site visit. The manager wants the technicians to sell warranties to the customers. If a customer agrees to purchase a warranty, technicians must use the Canvas app to immediately alert the sales team, and then the technician records details about the warranty into the app. You need to create a flow to alert the sales team. Which type of trigger should you use? A. Flow button for mobile. B. Power Apps. C. Office 365 Outlook. D. Microsoft Dataverse. Correct answer, A. A coworker creates a Canvas app. The Canvas app contains the following formula. The formula is attached to the on-visible property of the first screen that users see. You are updating the Canvas app. For each of the following statements, select yes if the statement is true. Otherwise, select no. The formula will update multiple records in a data source name toolbox if records exist. Statement no. A local collection is created to store data if a data source name toolbox does not already exist. Statement yes. If a collection name toolbox exists, the formula will clear any existing records before making any changes. Statement no.